action, and the sun also rises.
And this is Peter.
Hi, this is Lori.
And we're looking at the sun.
We're looking at the sun. We had an eclipse this week. This past last weekend, there was an eclipse of the sun. Could partially see it. I can tell through the partially here, but you have to be like in Utah and some other states to really see it. Anyway, we are back with a review, another throwback review. This time, I was sitting around. I think I just got a new projector in the Larklight Theater. We're up to 4K now, and it looks fabulous.
It does.
It does.
It really does.
So, in order to try out testing out the projector, I decided to, let's look here, run some visually stunning sci-fi from 2007.
Yes.
I asked you if you had ever seen the movie Sunshine.
Yes.
And you never even heard of it.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Although it was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it's kind of a lost sci-fi. It didn't do well when it came out, and the reason why I knew about it because my girl Michelle Yeoh was in it, and it was also directed by Danny Boyle, who had done quite a few films. He was kind of on a hot streak at the time. He had done Slumdog Millionaire, a couple other films that did well. And I liked Slumdog Millionaire. I was like, oh, this is kind of a filmmaker to watch. And so Sunshine came along, so I saw it.
Well, it was really good for me because a lot of people who had done Marvel movies
are in this. Before Marvel, before Avengers Assemble in this movie. No, not quite. Almost. But, yeah. So this movie stars Chris Evans before he becomes Captain America.
Yes, but not before he became Human Torch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, he hadn't quite, become, Everybody forgot about that one.
Yeah. I didn't. I liked it.
It's Benedict Wong before he became Wong. Doctor Strange's boy, partner, like they're in a,
we're
doing
protecting the sanctum.
Sanctum Sanctorum, right? And also, Michelle Yeoh, who ended up in Shang Chi, and also she has Guardian of the Galaxy. I think she does the voice of a character now, or one of the characters there. So a lot of Marvel cinematic people in here. So. Sunshine is a sci-fi movie where, who else is in this? Okay. Oppenheimer.
Yes, Oppenheimer.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, and he's also Scarecrow. Yes.
In
Batman.
In Batman. See, we got the DC universe too. All the comic book people. Well, they got to start somewhere,
Yeah.
So he's. So this is a movie about a mission. To the sun. They have a payload. The sun is going out. It's dimming. So there's like a.
It's dead.
Well, it's not dead, but
it's dying.
It's dying. So the Earth is very cold, and they're sending missions to. Earth is gathering a payload of materials to shoot into the sun to reignite it.
Right. They sent the ship up. Mm-hmm. with everything to reignite the sun, and then the ship just disappeared.
Well, that's before, this is the second mission to do this.
Yes.
But so it's that interesting. You're stuck on a ship, and you've got personalities interacting with each other, and things start to go wrong. So there's a lot of like a feel of like Alien in this. There's a lot of a feel of a lot of other sci-fi movies, and in the terms of the best sci-fi movie, you get characters together, and you see how they react to situations.
We're like going to reignite the sun. Very similar. Well, a lot of the actions and everything going to this, like Silent Running.
we always go back to Silent Running, which we'll have to do. We there's so many sci-fi movies like, oh, that kind of reminds me of Silent Running. Now I haven't seen Silent Running in probably 50 years or something like that, close to 50 years. So we have to rewatch that.
Yes.
But anyway, but yeah, it has a lot of like the qualities of sci-fi movies, non-Star Wars, like the more science-y type of movies that I really like. And I mean, it talks about like how space travel, you have to have certain things very accurate. It's like if one thing is off, it can be a complete disaster.
Yes.
And that's what we're dealing with. It's what happens when, one thing is off, one bad decision is made, one thing. Then there's also...
Because what I really like about this movie is that they tell you that there was already a mission to reignite the sun, yet something happened to that ship, so they're sending this second ship, but it is everything that they need to reignite the sun, but that's the last of it.
Yeah, there's no more whatever it is on Earth. They have the last of it.
Yes.
And the first ship, they don't know what happened to it until they get far enough. Once they're far enough to lose communication with Earth, but they pick up the distress signal from the first ship.
Right.
And another thing that for sci-fi movies that I like a detail is like there's this question about existence and kind of like maybe something greater beyond science or our own human existence. And something existing about that.
Yeah, and the thing that they take a vote on, they say, should we go straight to the sun, our mission?
That's the question of,
or should we go try to save this ship?
Yeah.
And they start thinking about it.
There's dilemmas galore with this.
And, but the one that finally gets them over the edge that says we should go save that other ship, they go, it's not so much the people, but we have...
If we have two shots we can get their payload, and then we'll have two chances to redo this. It's better. That's what it comes down to. I mean, because really, ultimately, they're trying to save the people on Earth. So everybody is expendable in a way.
Right.
And there's no, it's like when you're faced with, saving one person who is your partner on the ship or saving humanity. You've got that dilemma. Whether it's, taking a chance and saving this crew of the other ship, or is it you're doing it because we get a second chance to save humanity. You have that dilemma. So it's I enjoy it for that aspect. I enjoy some of the characters. They have an experience while they're looking, of course not directly in the sun. It's, they're only get to viewing it at a certain percentage.
2%.
2% usually, but 3.1 for 30 seconds apparently is quite a sublime experience. That it seems to have affected a few people who've gone on this mission. But
3.1 for 30 seconds will make your big toe shoot up in your boot.
Indeed it will. Oh, God bless little Richard. He is the sun. He is the architect. He is the sun. He is the center of all creation. Anyway, but so I tend to love this movies like this, and this movie is great for about 2/3 of the way through.
Yes.
And then it kind of falls apart because it turns into a space boogeyman movie.
Yes. And what is sad about it, and the reason I would still recommend this movie is that once they have made that, or even while they're making that decision, the things that they're going through is one twist after another.
It is.
And then when they have come down and made a decision, we're going after that ship, there's 2 or 3 more twists.
Yeah, there's too many. Yeah.
And then when they get there, there's even more twists. It just doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. It might be one or two twists too many,
Yes.
Because it gets a little, it's like, oh my God, how much more, crap can they go to? It's just like through and have to how many more tough decisions can they make? It might be.
I mean, you're at the end of the movie, you're like, okay.
I'm a little tired.
That's enough.
So, and then it kind of drops the ball. It kind of wants to be wants to talk about like a greater power beyond humanity, and it kind of wants to. It skims the surface of that, but doesn't really go into it. Like I said, it's interested more in having a boogeyman.
I've already actually
turned into like a horror.
Yeah, I've actually seen that idea or heard of that idea spouted on a movie, and it's just kind of like. Not just let go of the ball. It's more like let's kick the ball out of bounds.
Let's just kick it. Let's just kick it out the hole.
Yeah, and
we don't need a ball at all. Let's just get rid of it.
Sideline are trying to hide the ball from the refs so that they can't bring it back in.
It is. Yeah, it just kind of completely turns into a different genre movie than what it was building up to.
Yeah,
and it's like. And maybe even, and it's not a very long movie. It's like an hour and 47 minutes. Yeah. So I'm kind of wondering if there was a longer version of this movie.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, but it would have made the end part not seem like such an abrupt turn and kind of like superficial and maybe it was never that deep a movie to begin with.
You guys have seen The Price is Right. Well, do you know that little man? When he drops off, that's how this movie does.
But up until that point, though, it's visually the effects are fantastic,
and the writing is just really great.
The acting is fantastic. It's just everything comes together, and then wow, damn, the ball just. Doesn't just drop, it just disintegrates. They get rid of it. They just take it away and don't bring it back, and it's like
they had a great movie. But
what I did want to say, what was I going to say? Now that yodel man is in my head, damn it. To kind of like to kind of wrap up Sunshine. God damn you, which is your yodel guy.
You don't wrap it up. It's like having that toy on Christmas and you put it on your bed and getting ready to wrap it for the kid, then you just say, that's the one he won't have to unwrap.
Yeah. We'll just put that in the corner on the shelf and they'll just sit there and nobody can get to it.
Yeah.
But they can see it.
Yeah.
But you just can't get to it.
Can't get to it.
So, yeah. Anyway, so Sunshine. Well, it's worth it up to a point, I think. But you can see why it hasn't become a sci-fi classic. Probably
it should have.
It should have been better. I would be curious to find out if there was more of a plan.
I would have
at the end
given it more credence if it was in the middle of writing and then we had the writer's strike.
Maybe we did. 2007 was a writer's strike, but that would have been, the movie would have been made prior to that. Maybe they couldn't do rewrites. I don't know.
They couldn't finish it.
They didn't. So anyway, so Sunshine, I just happen to have a download of, and I'm not sure where it's streaming, but it's worth checking out.
It is.
If you like sci-fi,
really
that
is.
kind of sci-fi that's kind of more cerebral and more, less shoot 'em up, bang bang type of thing, but like a bunch of people on a spaceship having to deal with each other and deal with the difficulties of space travel. I will say this. This is what I think I wanted to say. It seems there's a lot of this could be scientifically plausible, but what isn't to me, knowing what little I know about astronomy, I'm sorry, not astrology, that's a different thing. Astronomy. Having any type of payload of materials to shoot into the sun, it's just like, No, there's no way. that is at all plausible?
What? There's only one way to reignite the sun.
What?
Buzz Lightyear going up there with a match.
Buzz Lightyear with a match. Oh, God. You just want to bring up your Buzz Lightyear model that you made at Disney. For Disney.
No. I was just thinking that Buzz Lightyear.
What was that for? Where did they put that?
I don't know.
You don't know? You just made it?
Because you know what? It didn't.
Oh, it didn't.
Just
go
like
through.
this movie, it didn't
go
fly.
anywhere. It didn't fly. So yeah, it's that's the kind of like the main conceit. And then, this is like the second movie I've seen been about a space mission to like reignite the sun. But this is the better one.
but Buzz Lightyear.
The other one I think had Hillary Swank.
Eating a lot of beans.
Oh, I haven't seen anything but Buzz Lightyear beyond maybe Toy Story 1 and 2. I haven't seen any other Toy Story. I'm not a Buzz Lightyear expert at all.
Well, you didn't see it because it was at
if that's a reference to anything. He went at night. He went to the He didn't when the
sun was off.
He had to go at night to land on the sun.
Yeah,
and that was their first mistake. It's completely impossible. Anyway, that's Sunshine. Find it streaming somewhere. Check it out. Let us know in the comments what you think could have been a classic. Drop the ball at the end. And we out like that ball they dropped and disappeared. And
we out like the sun.
We out like the sun. And we go out like a blister in the sun. You know that song? Probably not.
No. We're out.
Bye.